Hello, family pastor.
Welcome back to Why We Need Men to Need God. You know, one of the things I'm going to deal with here today is the fact that men need our forgiveness. Men need our forgiveness more than anything, they need our forgiveness. Again, I can look at the impact of missing men. Um, Again, 25% of our children living without their fathers, countless women having to raise their children um, without the presence of men. And this has had a great impact on our lives. Again, the statistics showing that when we don't have our fathers, that children are more likely to be aggressive and dealing with violence. And when we don't have our fathers in our lives, children more likely to deal with the issue of depression, more likely to have low self-esteem, more likely to do poorly educationally, more likely to go to jail, be in trouble with the law, commit suicide, more likely to use drugs. And for this, um, we have to take accountability for the absence of men and the reality of what is caused and still causes in our lives when our men are in trouble. And so, but, you know, sometimes we are hard-hearted when it comes to forgiving our men because, of course, we have a huge expectation of men to be leaders. We expect men to be protectors. We expect men to be providers. We expect to be able to go to men for guidance and advice and security. And when men are not in their rightful place, all these things are missing. The protection is missing. The provision is missing. That emotional security is missing. The wisdom, again, that we're looking for men is missing. And with that can be a type of bitterness and a type of anger that we have towards men that will make us be less forgiving of our men. Um, Less forgiving of our men. And not only that, men have a difficult time forgiving themselves for the things they've done and the things that they have failed to do. And so, we're dealing with the self-esteem of men that is suffering. And so, we have to consider in order to heal, you know, these realities, in order to heal this distance that we have with men and the distance that men have had with the things of the family and things of church in which we, have, feel abandoned by men because we see men as being powerful. And so when men aren't there, we are angry and we are hurt with men because we feel abandoned um, by our men. And all these are valid emotions. But at the same time, if we're going to attempt to go into a place of healing and go into a place of reconciliation, we're going to have to understand that men need forgiveness. Men need our forgiveness if we're ever going to repair the family. We're going to have to forgive our fathers for how they have gone astray. We're going to have to reach out and forgive our sons for how they've gone astray. And we're going to have to stop judging them, and we're going to have to make some attempt to forgive so we can heal. And men also are going to have to engage in a forgiveness of themselves for the things that that they've done or failed to do, because this is what the enemy wants. You know, there's a lot of wounds around this conversation about why we need men to need God. There's a lot of wounds. The more we discuss this, there is a lot of wounds around it. But at the heart of it is forgiveness. And so find a man today who maybe you don't consider is even worthy. Sometimes we don't think men are worthy, but men are worthy of our forgiveness. Men are worthy of our forgiveness. And so find a man today, reach out to a man today and offer your forgiveness and try to facilitate um, the healing that's necessary that can bring us back into a place of reconciliation, because God forgives, and Jesus died for us not because we were perfect, but because we were sinners. Because we were sinners, Jesus shed his blood for us. And because we were sinners, Jesus, while we were yet sinners, while we were in sin, while we were sinners, Jesus died for us, went to a grave and rose in a resurrection for us so that we too could be forgiven, and that we could also have this power to forgive. And men, more than anybody, though we don't see them vulnerable, though we don't see them worthy, we have to understand that our men, our fathers, our brothers, our sons, our uncles, our neighbors, our church members are worthy of our forgiveness, because we need our men to need God. And so, God bless you. I invite you to subscribe to this channel and share this information as you see fit. Thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.